What? You were expecting maybe somebody else?
Hello guys, this is the grandson of the Moonhoax Theory here, and here is Djclyve, the famous Ranma 1/2 character profile guy.
Hello.
Yeah, so tell us, Djclyve, how did the Ranma 1/2 character profiles come about in the beginning?
In the very beginning, I used to work at this place called Edwards. It's a supermarket, it's no longer in existence. And, you know, just to make the job fun, I would wear, like, every once in a while, I wear, like, an anime button, like, on my apron or on my hat or something like that. And, a buddy of mine, this guy named Bill, he saw it and he's like, oh wow, you're an anime fan? And we got to talking. Eventually, he introduced me to the world of Ranma 1/2. And he's like, have you ever heard of it? And, you know, I've heard of it before. I heard of the gender changing thing with the water, and I've heard of, you know, I knew that there was a giant angry panda in it, but besides that, that's all I really knew. So he got me into it, and instantly, I mean, that first impression, I mean, that's killing. Just like Ranma running down in the middle of the rain, being chased by again, like, how do you beat that? It's just awesome. So instantly I was hooked, and just, you know, one of my hobbies was always movie making, and I, you know, make movies with my friends, and you know, and one of the things that I made was, you know, in the very beginning, on Ranma 1/2 character profiles, I did 3 of them in the beginning. It was Ryoga, Dr. Tofu, and Tatewaki Kuno. And back then it was real archaic. It was like, you know, VCR to VCR, no editing equipment whatsoever, so it was very poor. It was always my dream to get these things shown somewhere, you know. I always wanted, you know, people to be able to see my work and maybe, you know, in a roundabout way, maybe get discovered someday. I don't know.
Inspired by some of the major TV.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, and back then the only way to do it was cable access. So that was my original intention, but that never worked out. And lo and behold, YouTube came around. So I decided to throw a bunch of my movies up there, and I fast realized that they weren't as good as I thought they were because I looked around at other people's videos and they're all professional. They put pump all sorts of money into it, and they make it all look, and they're just overall better than mine, just better quality.
More elaborate, like the Moon Train intro we've got.
Yes, I didn't have any of that equipment in the beginning, but the one thing that I put up that got any bites whatsoever was the Ranma 1/2 character profiles that I had done. At the time, I didn't put Ryoga up because that was just, the video quality was so bad and there were wrinkles in the tape. So it was just Dr. Tofu and Tatewaki Kuno, as unwatchable as they were. People were commenting. I mean, they were the only videos I had up there that people were consistently commenting on. So, and I won't forget, my first request was by a guy named Zwaxman. and he'll be like the impetus, let's just say, for me undergoing, like, redoing these things. Because the minute I saw a guy requesting a character, I'm like, ooh, somebody wants me to do a new one. Maybe I should try this, you know? So Zwaxman, if you're out there watching, it's all you, buddy. So yeah, that's how it came about. I started my Moose profile after that, and that was, you know, maybe I'll go back and redo that one because it was like a lot older style. I just, you know, it was just straightforward to the point, very, very short. But yeah, that's basically how the Ranma 1/2 character profiles came into being. As I did more of them, I got, you know, access to better special effects and, you know, more elaborate. I got like a little bit more creative with the different characters. Like, say if I was with a bit character who didn't have a whole lot going on, I tried to stretch that out to as far as I could, like 7 minutes at least. So I try to present it some different way, like a talk show, or I do one like a news broadcast, or something like that. Like have a bunch of extracurricular stuff happening in the background. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it, and it's kept me occupied for quite a few many years.
One thing I've noticed in particular is that you always seem to, tell your character, no matter how much you seem to, no matter how much you may hate, or no matter how much the character may be just so discreet, you always make sure that their story is told fairly and accurately.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any more characters remaining that's left untouched?
Well, I'd say coming up, top 10s included, I have about 7 more projects. Of course, I have people watching, who were watching the last special I did know that Dr. Tofu is coming up next. As a matter of fact, by the time this airs on YouTube, it might already be up there. So, because that should be done in the next couple of days or whatever.
Well, you keep an eye out and see if you can find it. Keep an eye on this channel where you can find it. See if it's there.
But yeah, I got, I still got So Nintendo to do. He's going to be annoying. And of course, the big guy himself, Ranma Saotome, which I'm saving for very last in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah, well, I suspected that.
And, I got a couple of other, a little bit more creative ideas. Like, I remember a while back, this was like a year ago, you had actually suggested that I do a profile on Doko. And I thought, what an intriguing challenge that would be. So I'm thinking that I'm going to start working on that right after the Dr. Tofu one is done. And then, like I said, I have another top 10 coming up. And then after the Ranma 1.5 profile, I got a couple other projects. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to keep busy for the next couple days, or next couple, months. So I won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, and you said Schwaxman was the first person to request profiles. I've seen many people request profiles. On average, including myself, obviously. On average, how many people how many requests do you receive on average?
Well, that all depends on the character. The lesser characters, I'd say like Genji Heita only got 2. Meanwhile, Ranma's up to 75 or something like that. And I'm really, really bad at keeping track of how many requests I get. For a while, I was writing them all down, but the archives just go back way so deep that I don't give credit to everybody. So I apologize to everybody that I don't give credit to for the requests, but it's very, very hard. Yes, I know. One recently, I think Shirokuro, you had requested, and I didn't give you credit for it.
Yeah,
so
right.
sorry about that.
I was only suggested you make a reference to Two-Face in that one because I sort of love the split side of the face.
You see, I missed so many golden opportunities,
Yeah. And so, who do you think were the hardest characters to profile for?
Alright. I have a certain philosophy towards this. The main characters, like Ranma Saotome and Akane Tendo, they're easy because you've got a wealth of footage out there. It's like a kid in a candy store. You can pick, you're like, oh, I like that one, I like that one, I like that one. It's just so simple. A big character is easy too, because all you have to do is get one episode, upload it to your computer, and that's your footage. You just pick and choose, and if you have to repeat scenes, then so be it. It's those characters that appear often, but not very long in each episode, that are a big pain in the ass. And Hiroshi and Daisuke come to mind, and So Nintendo is going to be a bitch. The way I've been doing So Nintendo is every time I complete a profile, I watch the episode all the way through, and I see if So Nintendo pops up, and I put that in a separate movie. And now I have So Nintendo Reel number 1, number 2, number 3, all these movies on my computer. So when it comes time to do the So Nintendo profile, I'll be prepared. But there's a lot of other ideas that I have for that particular profile, which I'm going to have to be putting together certain collages and montages. It's just going to be hard because So Nintendo scenes are few and far between. But Hiroshi and Daisuke was difficult too for that reason and other reasons, because Well, you might even realize this from this interview. I have a bit of a stammering problem. And you know, even if I know what I'm going to say, sometimes ahead of time I just... Lisa Ortiz and Miriam Sir Y. It was really, really cool. Miriam Sir Y. Every year, the head of Viz Video, this guy named Hoshi, will give away a okay. Line from this damn light shining in my face. Yes. The people from Viz Video would hold... I've received quite a few Fuck me, that was so close. And Ranma 1/2 Q&A sessions that... I hate that line. Sometimes I just lose train of thought in the middle of a sentence. And he would give it to whoever could answer a very The people from Viz Video would hold Q&A sessions at college... fuck. The poofy, wide-haired... So close. And why am I out of focus? And I saw... would give away a rare, limited edition...